Welcome to another edition of Sticks and Stones. I am your host, Brent Elrod. Happy to be with you today. The sun is out. I actually came out here in short sleeves trying to see if I could do this without having a jacket on. Still need a jacket, but it's so much better than it was last week. Still need that camera. Let's go down just a hair. All right. I have a really great pairing today. Today's pairing is it's a contrast-driven pairing where barrel strength bourbon meets an elegant Connecticut refinement, bold without overwhelming, nuanced without being lost. I am pairing Booker's small batch. This is batch 2024-01, the Springfield batch, in honor of Springfield, Kentucky, where Booker No was from, the Booker and Booker's bourbon. And I am pairing that with a Perdomo 10th anniversary Connecticut. Champagne, as it does have a beautiful Connecticut wrapper on it, though. So let's just dive right on in. Booker's small batch, the 2024-01, produced by Jim Beam Distillery. It's a Kentucky straight bourbon. It is, let me see what this bottle is exactly. This is 124.5 proof. It's supposed to be aged somewhere. It's supposed to be proof somewhere between 125 and 127. 124.5, I think, gets you there. And this particular bottle was aged 7 years, 7 months, 7 days. 8 days. Sorry, didn't mean to skip a day there. And it is uncut and unfiltered. The mash bill on this spirit is 77% corn, 13% rye, and 10% malted barley. So it should have quite a bit of sweetness to it. Just a hint of rye spice in there, just to kind of keep it honest. It does continue the Beam family tradition of bold, center cut barrel selections, bottled at full strength. Known for its muscular profile and kind of deep barrel influence, it releases this release leans pretty heavily into the classic Booker traits: rich sugars, roasted nuts, kind of an assertive oakiness, and some warming spices in there. It really does showcase the distillery's kind of high-rye mash bills, and you're still talking about bourbon. And some fairly long warehouse aging for bourbon. Let's go ahead and glass some up and get to going. That should have sounded very good on the live stream there. Not too much. This is pretty stout. I still have to get through the rest of the day. Oh, and that is not a colored bottle, as you can now tell. That is the color of the spirit. And it has just that beautiful, deep amber color. It's got a really nice viscosity, has good legs, kind of clings to the glass very well. I love that color. It is a deep amber, just showing you that it is bursting with flavor. On the nose, you cannot tell this is basically 125 proof spirit. Can't at all. If I was just nosing it, I would say 85 or 90 at the most. There's basically no ethanol on the nose at all. What there is this conglomeration of loads of brown sugar and some roasted peanuts, the little vanilla bean kind of sprinkled on top of it, mixed with cinnamon, and a really nice, mellow oak char. All right, here we go. All right. When you first take the sip, it's laying on your palate. It's like bourbon, right? Then when you swallow it, then it gets bold, and the heat comes in just right after that. There is absolutely no watering down here. The cinnamon spice kind of hits first, backed by that sweet brown sugar, and then vanilla. And there's a really nice, solid layer of leather and oak kind of underpinning all of that. And it's got a little bit of a nutty edge to it as well, uh, kind of like maybe honey roasted peanuts or something along those lines. And there is just this kind of whisper of dark fruit and caramel to just kind of balance that heat out. It's not overpowering. It's bold, not overpowering. Um, and then you have those toasted barrel staves in there. This is a really good spirit. Oh, we got a cigar to go too, so I need to focus. Second sip was not as bold. My mouth was ready for it. There's still some heat, but it's much more flavor driven on the second sip. All those flavors I just mentioned without really any of that heat until after the sip has been swallowed. Uh, and then there's a little burn on your tongue in the finish. It's long, it's warming, it's got the nice oak tannins in it with some kind of nut oils, leather, and then just this kind of lingering spice there, and it's really great. It's a great spirit. But 125 proof, I can already feel the inside of my lip getting a little bit numb. Don't want to overdo it. All right, on to the stick. The stick, as I said, the Perdomo 10th anniversary champagne. I love this stick. It is a great stick. I know some people don't like to use the term stick, but if you look up the term stick in the dictionary, it is and something that is organic. This is organic and made into a shape of a stick. So that is what this is. Um, but Perdomo makes some wonderful, wonderful cigars. This cigar is it's one of those cigars that I would place in the if you're just getting into cigars, you can kind of start here, along with the Olivet Connecticut's like the O and the G. Um, this has a beautiful light tan, as you would expect, wrapper on it. It has, I mean, a minimum to moderate amount of veining. There are a couple in there that are a little pronounced, as you can see. Um, but there are no flaws in the leaf at all. There's no flaws in the construction. It has, invisible seams. I can't see one. I see one down here at the very bottom where it starts to roll up, but after about that far, it disappears. So, um, it has a large, lovely double cap. The um, the filler is a Cuban seed Nicaraguan, as well as the binder, and the wrapper is an Ecuadorian Connecticut shade. Let's see here, cutter. The This 10th anniversary, I've had several, and it is uh, it is a refined expression of aged Nicaraguan tobaccos, um, wrapped in this silky Connecticut shade leaf. Um, it is approachable in strength. Ugh, sorry about that. But it does benefit from an extensive amount of aging, delivering a really nice nuance and balance, and a creamy texture that elevates it well beyond the typical Connecticut offering. On the nose, sorry, it's cold out here and my nose is running now. First off, sweet hay, and then some notes of cedar and a little bit of kind of a light cream and some toasted almonds. The cold draw, kind of get vanilla wafers. I love those. Um, and then some fresh bread and a little bit of mild, like white pepper in there. Hmm, very good, very good. Let's go ahead and fire it up. Using I use my C-Car V cutter for a nice V cut, and I am using my Rocky Patel Envoy 5 torch to light it. On the light, I get a really nice kind of creamy cedar with some really good notes of cashew, a little bit of light honey in there, and kind of a subtle citrus zest with a little bit of kind of soft pepper. It's got a lot of different things going on. It's got the wood and the sweet and the citrus and the pepper. There's a lot of things going on in what would normally be in these Connecticut's a fairly simple profile. Sorry, I'm watching the Osbournes Want to Believe. I don't know if y'all ever seen that show. You know, rest in peace, Ozzy. You were the man. Uh, but it's hilarious. It's where their son is showing them different clips of paranormal or UFO or Bigfoot or whatever, and he's getting their reactions. And of course, Ozzy's reactions are classic. It's hilarious. I get quite a bit of pepper on the retrohale coming through my nose, um, with a little bit of nuttiness and some cedar mixed in there. Still, I was trying a new lighting method, but I didn't really like it. I saw a guy talking about the virgin draw, and it piqued my interest. He said virgin, uh, but I didn't like that. All right. As I said in the beginning, I really think that this pairing will succeed through a combination of contrast and balance. The Booker's barrel proof intensity brings heat and depth and a kind of an oak driven richness. Um, while the Perdomo champagne offers a calming, creamy kind of counterpoint. The cigar tempers the uh, the bourbon's proof, drawing out its sweeter notes of vanilla and caramel and roasted nuts, while the bourbon really kind of sharpens the cigar's delicate spiciness and aged tobacco character. Hmm. Wow, this is really good. Wish y'all could be here. And that Booker's to be 124 and a half proof. That is a very approachable spirit. It does not like knock you back on your heels. It's really good, really good. Hmm. Yeah, this is Sunday, and I usually do this on Saturday, but yesterday I think it made it to like 32 degrees. Today it's supposed to be about 50. So I was, I was hoping I could get out here yesterday, but I couldn't. And I don't get as many people on Sunday as I do on Saturday. So we're a small crowd. Go ahead and give me a thumbs up or a like or make a comment. I know there's a few out there, but we're a smaller group today. So get to know yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves there. I already see a heart. Thank you for that. Thank you. Love it. You know, Sunday is a good cigar smoking day too. Cigars are all natural. Hang on here. Just give me just a second. Sorry for that a brief interruption. I wasn't going to be gross while I was on camera. I may be irreverent, but I won't be gross. I may need to dip my fingers in the bookers because my fingers are getting cold. I need to warm them up. Any of you out there that may have just joined in, I am pairing Booker's Springfield batch 2024-01 with a Perdomo Champagne 10th anniversary cigar. And the Bookers, as most Bookers I've ever heard of, and I guess that's just the way it is, because I've never heard anything different, is high proof, barrel proof, uncut, unfiltered. This bottle breaks in at 124 and a half, which is that's stout, but you can't really tell it. Your very first sip will really punch you hard after you swallow it. That's what she said. Um, but the next sip and the sips after that, your mouth is now like, oh, okay, I know what to expect now. And it's just the flavors. And those flavors are, you know, like loads of cinnamon spice, some sweet brown sugar after that, some vanilla, some leather, some oak. It's got a little bit of a nutty edge to it. It's a great spirit. Uh, and I picked that bottle up for it's like $90. And until here recently, I couldn't, number one, I really couldn't find Booker's, but anywhere you would see it even advertised, it was well over 100. I'm glad to see whiskey prices are now coming down, especially the bourbon spirits. You know, all of the tariff stuff that's been going on, Scotches and Canadians and Irish and all that, their prices, Japanese, their prices have been going up, but the bourbon's been coming down. And this Perdomo Champagne 10th anniversary is Cuban seed Nicaraguan filler and binder with a Ecuadorian Connecticut shade wrapper. And for those that may not know, when they say shade, they don't mean it was grown under a tree. Typically, in the large tobacco fields, they'll have it looks like frost cloth. It's you can see through it, kind of like gauze, uh, but they have that over the strung over the tobacco plants so that they are getting light. It's a filtered light, so it's shaded, but it's not shaded. Um, but that's how they do it. And so the Ecuadorian Connecticut shade is a Connecticut seed tobacco grown in Ecuador under the cheesecloth stuff. This is a really great cigar. It's an easy go-to cigar. I picked up a vacuum pack. I don't remember if it's 4 or 5 cigars, and it was like I don't know, $30 or $40. So you're talking maybe $10 a stick, uh, and you can get boxes per stick. Less than that. Um, so it's a good cigar to keep in your keep in your humidor. You can break it out with friends. You enjoy them pretty much anytime. It's just a really good cigar all the way around. It's a mild to medium strength, so it's good for beginners. It's still good for the experienced folks. And if you are somebody that are somewhat experienced, uh, it's always a good go back to as you're making your way up the chain getting the darker and darker cigars. So the darker they are, typically, the stronger they are. And this stick will give you like notes of kind of a creamy cedar and some really nice cashews. I love cashews. It's got a little bit of light honey in there, so a little bit of subtle sweetness with an also subtle kind of citrus zest, and then just a little bit of soft pepper, just a little bit, not a lot. We're gonna continue on smoking down through this. I'll be wrapping it up here in about 10 minutes. I'm trying to keep it at 30. Uh, I figure if I can give you uh, all this kind of information about it getting started, you can discover the last part of it on your own. Give it a try. I love the smoke hanging in the glass. This one is not a smoke monster. The smoke's not really heavy. As you can tell, while the smoke is hanging in there, it's very light and it easily wafts out of the glass. It really doesn't mean anything. I just have noticed over the years that generally the darker, beefier cigars tend to have a little bit heavier smoke, but I think it looks cool. To me, it kind of looks like Halloween. Oh, and if there's any pairing you would like to see, something you would like to have me try and tell everybody what I think about it, leave it in the comments. Send me a DM. Um, I got to get better about checking YouTube because there'll be some times that I'll be replying to a comment somebody made 2 weeks ago. I spend most of my time on X and Instagram. So, but I gotta do better. So, I'm kind of getting away from the monetization thing because I can't make it happen doing this. I'm not a buxom blonde that's real hot that shakes her tatas in the camera, so I can't get 5 million views in a day. I can't get 5 million views in 5 million days. So I'm just hoping by the time I retire that I'll have enough people watching me that it can still be entertaining to me because I'm entertaining you. It's all about the people. And this stick is a like a Gordo. Some people call it, I think, a Toro. It's about a 6x60 on the ring gauge, so it's a bigger stick. Um, and it'll take 50 minutes or so to smoke it, although it is burning. I mean, fairly fast. I mean, we're at, I see there, that's a that's a 23. Sorry, I've got new contacts coming. I have keratoconus in one eye. My eyeball is weird shape now. As I had LASIK done 25 years ago, and about 12 years ago, I started having trouble seeing again. And it's because they had to take off so much material that it's kind of weakened the structure of my eye. So I've been having to wear glasses, but I found a specialist that specializes in kind of scleral lenses. They're hard contact lenses that are made specifically for people with my kind of problem because apparently there's a lot of people out there with my kind of problem. LASIK was not the wonderful thing that it was billed to be because there was problems with it. They didn't know about it. Basically, if they knew back then what they know today, I would not have been able to get LASIK. So there you go. But the cigar and the spirit, very, very good. It's 2020, right on. The Nicaraguan Cuban seed filler and binder give it excellent flavor. The Ecuadorian Connecticut shade wrapper adds in that kind of creaminess, and really gives you a little bit something a little bit different than it being a Nicaraguan puro, where you've got a Nicaraguan, maybe a Habano or a Maduro wrapper. Yeah. Oh no, they're playing with the spirit board. Every time I watch one of those ghost shows and they go in, they're going to try and find out what's going on in these people's houses. And the people will be like, well, we got a spirit board. And I'll be like, there was your problem right there. Stay away from that. Nope. Like, do you believe in it? Doesn't matter whether I believe in it or not. I have seen there's been too many people having problems, and that seems to be the common denominator. So, uh-uh. Um, as we kind of go on here, I'll go back and kind of readdress the pairing a little bit. And this pairing, as I said in the beginning, it succeeds through a combination of contrast and balance. So it's both. The Booker's barrel proof, the intensity brings that heat to you with a really nice depth and kind of an oak driven richness, while the Perdomo champagne offers this kind of calming, creamy kind of counterbalance to it. Uh, the cigar tempers the bourbon's proof, drawing out the sweeter notes of the vanilla and the caramel and the brown sugar and roasted nuts, while the bourbon kind of sharpens the cigar's more delicate spiciness and aged tobacco characters. I'm telling you, if you are a cigar and spirit person, you definitely need to try this one. I think you really like it. The Booker's at 124 and a half proof or more. This one was 124 and a half. I would say that may not be an everyday sipper. I mean, it's strong. It's not strong in the mouth. It doesn't like punch you in the mouth, but it's a lot of proof. It's got very high alcohol content. So it's still cool enough. I can kind of see my breath. I was hoping to do this in just my short sleeves, but I couldn't do it because I am wearing my Sticks-n-Stonez uh, Here Am I, Send Me, Lord shirt. My best selling shirt. You should get one. Get it at my Amazon store, Sticks-n-Stonez, just like it's spelled and everything else. And I'll post in I've got links in YouTube, not YouTube, X and Instagram. Take you out to the store. It's a great T-shirt. I love it. Like I said, it's the best seller I have. Still doesn't sell as much as I want, so go buy it. And there's all kinds of colors, like a dozen colors. Everything from like black or gray all the way to hot pink. So men, women, whatever. I'm an equal opportunity capitalist. Well, we're getting real close to that 30-minute mark. So I'll go ahead and wrap this up. And you can try this pairing and see what you get out of it. I think you'll like it. Uh, my takeaway is it's a power meets elegance kind of match. The bold Kentucky fire is softened by that Nicaraguan and Ecuadorian finesse. It's a solid 9 out of 10. If you're chasing that big bourbon punch, and I don't mean like overwhelming punch, but a really solid punch, uh, but want something to keep it kind of civilized, grab this duo. Uh, Pour it neat. I know there's a lot of bourbon people like, oh, don't put any ice in it. You can drop a little ice cube in it. You can put a touch of water in it. Generally, when you put just a touch of water in a spirit like that, it kind of opens those all those flavors up a little, just a little bit more. Um, Sip it slow and enjoy the ride. That's what cigars and spirits are all about. There's a study by the National Institute of Health that amazingly found out that in their 50,000 person sample that they followed for like 10 years, uh, somebody that had never smoked before, ever, had a 5.2% chance of contracting some sort of cancer. Premium cigar smokers, not the 7-Eleven, King Edwards, whatever, White Owl, the premium hand roll cigars, 5.1% less, had a less chance. They couldn't figure out why. And then machine made cigars, flavored cigars, that kind of stuff, they had like 7% chance. And then, of course, cigarette smokers were like 11. And you're like, well, why? What's the difference? This is just my own personal opinion. It's not scientific. This is a completely organic product. It has tobacco in it. Tobacco. That's it. They're very picky about taking care of their plants. They're picked by hand. They're dried by hand. They're inspected by hand. They're rolled by hand. Everything is organic. Cigarettes, ain't no telling how many different chemicals is in there. 200, 300. You never know. Uh, and I would say kind of the same thing with the machine made cigars, because that's all about quantity over quality, where this is quality over quantity. So that's why cigars cost so much more. Anyway, there's your little tip for the day. This pairing would be perfect for sitting outside on a nice sunny afternoon and just enjoying. Uh, and this cigar it's definitely a go-to daily smoker. So I hope you'd enjoyed this pairing as much as I've enjoyed bringing it to you. Please hit like, subscribe, share, notify, hit the hearts, the thumbs up, all that kind of stuff. Leave me comments. Tell me I'm a dumbass. Tell me you love my pairings. I don't care. Whatever. Comments are comments. I love them all. Tell me I'm an asshole. I'll like it. So, you know. Anyway, one more thing before we go. Look at that nice stack of ash there. Perfect. No Peyronie's disease or anything on it where it's like crooked. Perfect. It's a great cigar. You should enjoy it, and you should definitely try it with Booker's Springfield Batch 2024-01. Until we get to be together again, keep your sticks dry, your stones cold. Have a great day.